Hey with an A, YouTube! Welcome to another episode of, well, it's not Duty Frienders because Esther isn't here right now. It's just me, Madiha from Transmediacrity, and now Duty Frienders, a related property. I'm here at a level 1 striking dummy because I realized that in the last episode, we sort of made a joke about how people wouldn't understand the game if they were like new to it with the way that we were commenting and everything. And like, I kind of don't want that to be the case, but also I understand myself and I know that I'm not going to be able, I'm not gonna do like really good like walkthroughs or whatever for these dungeons. Like, I just kind of want to show them off and also chit chat the way that I normally do when I'm playing, and then put it up on YouTube. But for people who want to sort of understand the game but not necessarily like play it at a high level or even like play it at all, who are just watching because like you follow me on Twitter or Tumblr or whatever, you're my friend, you're a fan of my writing and you want to check these videos out, and that's what this video is for. I'm going to be explaining some basic concepts of Final Fantasy XIV, just in case, like just enough for you to be able to watch the videos. But like, really there is no substitute for like actually playing the game, so I'll be linking the free trial. If you have a decently newish PC, you should be able to play that. And it's free. And there's a lot of stuff you can do in that free trial. You should be able to get an idea of whether you like the game or not. Okay, so the series is called Duty Frienders, and the namesake is this here, the Duty Finder. It is sort of, it's where all the like tasks that you do in the game, like you unlock them and they're all here. So these are the dungeons that we can do. You know, these are trials, which are like boss battles basically. So like, whenever you see us referring to the Duty Finder, it's this window, and whenever you see us referring to dungeons, it's these tasks. But like, that's pretty simple. Let's go over the user interface. This is what you're usually seeing, you know, when you're watching the videos. Like, you saw me just kind of like going nuts on some enemies, doing the like same 2 moves over and over. In this case, the same 3 moves over and over, because that's, I've done some leveling since last you saw me, and so I've unlocked Aeolian Edge. So okay, this isn't a massively multiplayer online RPG. And so if the UI elements that you're seeing right now, this is my health bar. If this goes to 0, I die. These are my magic points, or mana. I'll probably be referring to it as mana. It's used to cast spells, basically, to use certain abilities. On Ninja, I don't use these for anything. This is tactical points, I believe, or we just call it TP. That's what I actually use. All of my abilities, some of my abilities here cost this resource. You can see the bar going down when I'm doing my combo, but my combo costs so little that it's not like a significant dent on my TP generation at all. Over here we have the party list. If I was in a party like I was in Sastasha when you saw like episode 1, there would be more people on this list with me. Right now I'm a DPS, so I have a red marker next to my character. DPS stands for damage per second, and these are basically characters that are just trying to kill the monsters as fast as possible. They do the most damage out of anybody, or they should anyway. And so like, lower levels it's less evident, but like my combo is doing a pretty significant amount of damage for my level, and so I would probably out damage a tank or a healer, just even though I just look like I'm doing this over and over and over again. Okay, so I guess another term that will be important to sort of understanding what's going on is GCD. We say that a lot in the first episode, I'm pretty sure. We say it at least once or twice. GCD stands for Global Cooldown. If you look at the bottom of the screen, this is where my abilities are linked to like buttons on my controller. I'm gonna hit the purple button there, Spinning Edge. you see that there is like a little, you know, there's like it's filling up. That's the global cooldown. Basically, it's a time in which I can't use any other global cooldown abilities. And for me, the global cooldown right now is 2.50 seconds. So 2.5 seconds, 2.5 seconds. Like, the milliseconds do matter because there's stuff that will reduce the amount of time that GCD takes, especially on Ninja, which has an ability that straight up makes my GCD faster, but I'm not going to be getting that for a while. So right now I'm limited by my GCD, but not all of my abilities, like the abilities that I'm doing right now, all of those are on the GCD, but this Mug, I can just do that if it's up, and right now it's cooling down. You can see Mug down here has a 90-second cooldown. As you can see, it's kind of like ticking down visually on the icon itself. And when my character is sort of unattended or like in between just doing other stuff, she's doing auto attacks. She does one of those just by herself every once in a while, and she'll continue to do them as long as there is an enemy that she is targeting and can attack. Those actually come into play in a major way for Ninja later on, because her auto attacks generate the resources that she will use for certain special abilities. So that's kind of like, that's a quick rundown of some of the stuff you saw in Sastasha, where it was like, oh, that's my DPS play. But what I actually play most of the time are healers. This is my main class, White Mage. You can see I have her at level 70, and she's got pretty darn good gear on her. These are all like items that are giving her stats. They're all pretty good items. I put a lot of time into this character. So what healers do is they heal. So I took some damage because I switched classes. You can have every class on the same character, which is a quality of life feature that has like ruined every other MMO for me, but especially World of Warcraft. But yeah, a healer heals. Like, there's more to it than that. I don't think I'll be playing healer much during this like video series, because part of the fun of this series for me is playing classes that I don't play all the time, and I play healer all the time at a very high level, so I don't want to play healer in like Copper Bell Mines. That's just not my scene. And here we have a tank. Tanks have a blue icon, healers have the green icon, DPS have the red icon. Tanks want to draw the attention of the monsters to themselves, and when they have the attention of every monster, that means people who have less hit points aren't being hit by the monsters. And so like tank gear usually gives them like the best hit points and defense, and so they also have like defensive cooldowns, which are abilities that just give them even more defense, like this Rampart. It reduces the damage I take. And so, you know, one of the things that tanks get from just their basic melee combo, like it looks like I'm just doing the same stuff I was doing on Ninja, but actually this is generating enmity or hate or aggro, whatever you want to call it. And these things determine who the monster is paying attention to. So like right now the attacks that I'm doing are generating hate, and if this was a real monster, it would pay more attention to me than to other players because I'm generating that enmity. You might have seen Esther during the Sastasha video doing this move. This move is an area of effect. It hits a lot of enemies at once. As you can see, it's hitting both of these striking dummies, and it's making both of them pay attention to me. It's generating enmity on them. And so that's what a tank does. If this striking dummy could fight back at all, I could use one of my like defense cooldowns and stop it from doing that much damage. Whoa, what the heck? I didn't know a fate could spawn on here. So that's tanking. I mean, that's a very rudimentary idea of what tanking is. So yeah, what we'll be doing in this series is just going into dungeons and just like playing through all of them, having a fun time, talking about both the dungeon and also unrelated stuff like whether or not a picture that I sent to Esther at 1 a.m. is ecchi. It was not ecchi. Like, it was a little pin-uppy, I agree, but it wasn't ecchi. Like, Esther needs to chill out sometimes on that. No, she doesn't. She's my friend and I love her. Um, but yeah, that's sort of basically it. Like, I hope that helps you understand a little bit more what you're looking at when we're playing Final Fantasy XIV, when we're doing these dungeons. Like I said, there is no substitute for playing the game. If you do the free trial, if you get up to level 15, I believe, you'll be able to use the Hall of the Novice, which has just a lot of good tutorials on like basic MMO stuff. And you can also like access the active help menu, which can explain these things in a lot more detail than I can. So, thanks for watching this video, thanks for watching Duty Frienders in general. I hope you enjoy the videos. I hope that even if you're not a Final Fantasy XIV fan, if you're a Madiha fan, or whatever, that you'll like keep an eye out, just if you like having some casual gaming going on in your YouTube screen. Like, I don't know, I like to put on videos like the ones that I do as like background noise while I'm doing other stuff. So I thought, hey, why don't I make the kind of video that I want to watch? So yeah, thanks everybody, you know, like the videos, subscribe, check out my Patreon. There'll be all kinds of cool links in the description for this video. And until next time, have fun and stay safe and all that. Bye.